6 best exercises for men over 50 to build muscle and mobility. Truth. Lifting heavier weights isn't what's breaking down your body after 50. Neglecting it is. Eating well only gets you halfway there. Stay with me, and in the next few minutes, you'll walk away with 6 exercises that build the strength and mobility to stay independent for decades, not just years. Point 1. The 5-minute hanging habit. Here's your first longevity upgrade. It costs you 5 minutes a day. No gym membership required. Grip strength is one of the most reliable predictors of how long you'll live independently. Not how much you can bench, not how fast you can run a mile, how well your hands can hold on. So this week, add dead hangs to your routine. Find a pull-up bar, a sturdy branch, anything overhead you can grip and hang from. Start with 10, 15 seconds. Build from there. This isn't about building bigger forearms. It's about protecting your shoulders, decompressing your spine, and keeping the connective tissue in your hands and wrists resilient. The same tissue you rely on to carry groceries, open jars, and catch yourself if you trip. That's the real win, not aesthetics, capability. Point 2, trade one cardio session for loaded carries. Longevity upgrade number 2, swap just one of your cardio sessions this week for loaded carries. You know these as farmer's walks. Grab a pair of dumbbells or kettlebells heavy enough to challenge you and walk. That's the whole exercise. No complicated form to memorize. No equipment you don't already have access to. Here's why this matters more than another 30 minutes on the treadmill. Loaded carries train your body to do what real life demands. Carrying an awkward load, luggage, a grandchild, a bag of mulch, while staying upright, breathing steady, and moving with control. They also hammer your grip, your core, and your posture simultaneously. 3 systems, 1 movement. That's the efficiency of effort. You're not chasing a longer workout, you're chasing a smarter one. Long term, this upgrade protects your lower back and your shoulders, 2 areas that quietly fail men in their 60s and 70s because nobody trained them to handle real-world load. You're getting ahead of that now. Point 3, build your single leg foundation. 3rd upgrade, and this one is non-negotiable if independence is the goal. Single leg work. Most men over 50 train symmetrically. Squats, presses, both feet planted. But falls. The number one reason men lose independence later in life don't happen when you're standing still and balanced. They happen on one leg. Stepping off a curb, reaching for something in the shower, catching yourself on uneven ground. This week, add split squats or step-ups to your routine. 2 sets, 10 reps each leg. That's it. You don't need to overhaul your whole program. What you're training here isn't just muscle. You're training your nervous system to stabilize on an unstable base, the exact skill that keeps a stumble from becoming a fracture. This is where mobility and independence intersect directly. A man who can confidently stand, load, and move on one leg at 55 is a man who's still doing it at 75. Point 4, protein timing, not protein obsession. Now let's talk about eating, because the exercises only work if you're giving your body what it needs to actually use them. This is not a diet overhaul. You don't need to weigh your food or eliminate carbs. The upgrade here is simple. Front load your protein earlier in the day and include a solid source at every meal, not just dinner. Here's the science in plain terms. After 50, your body becomes less efficient at using protein to build and repair muscle, a phenomenon researchers call anabolic resistance. That means the eggs at breakfast, the chicken at lunch, matter more than they used to. Spreading protein across the day, roughly 30 to 40 grams per meal, gives your body a better shot at actually using it instead of wasting it. Long term, this is about more than muscle. Adequate protein supports steady energy levels, sharper cognitive function, and a stronger immune system, because your body isn't just building biceps with that protein. It's repairing tissue, supporting hormone production, and fueling your brain. This isn't a restriction, it's a redistribution. Same food, better timing, meaningfully better results. Point 5, the 90-second recovery check-in. Last upgrade, and it's the one most men skip. Recovery isn't optional after 50. It's part of the program. This week, before you train, take 90 seconds. Breathe. Check in with how your joints feel. Notice where you're tight, where you're sore, where something feels off. Then adjust your session accordingly. Lighter load, extra warm-up, or a walk instead of a lift. This isn't about being soft on yourself. It's about training smarter than you did at 30. Your recovery capacity has changed. Your training needs to reflect that, or you'll spend more time managing injuries than building strength. The payoff is consistency. The man who trains smart for 40 years outlasts the man who trains hard for 4. And consistency, more than intensity, is what actually preserves your energy levels, your cognitive sharpness, and your ability to keep doing the things you love, without a 6-week setback every time you push too hard. 5 small upgrades: grip strength, loaded carries, single leg stability, smarter protein timing, and real recovery. None of them demanding, all of them compounding. That's the whole approach. Not intensity for its own sake, but consistency that protects your independence for decades. If this gave you something useful, subscribe to Primespan After 50 and turn on the notification bell for another research-backed video on longevity, science, vitality for healthy living. I'll see you there.